welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be doing a full face of Chantecaille. So Chantecaille is running a promotion for Earth Day. I want to make sure that I get all the details right. I'll have all of this in the post, and I'll do something on Instagram as well, but you know, I like to be precise. I don't want to, if I just go off the top of my head, I'm going to say something wrong. So it's a 48-hour promotion. It runs from the 21st, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard to the 23rd, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. And you can buy 3 products for the price of 2 as on all the philanthropic products. It's, I'll show you what they are in a second, using the code EARTHDAY. And so I will put all, like I said, all the details in the description box, and I'll make sure I post on Instagram as well. But we're talking about the Future Skin Cushion Skincare Foundation, the Luminescent Eye Shades collection, the lip crystal, the lip veils, the cheek shades, and then the Tata and Toy charm bracelets. Now, I'm going to be using all of those products today, and in fact, I'm going to be doing 2 different shades of the Future Skin Cushion Foundation so that you guys can see the difference between Aura and, which is the shade? Is it vanilla? Oh my goodness, now I've forgotten, but I will, Alabaster. So, and I'll explain why I have 2 different shades and all of that in just a second. So let's go ahead and dive in. I have nothing on my face except for my brows. That's done, but everything else is just me. Okay, so first let's get into the Future Skin Foundation. So why do I have 2 shades? So if you've watched my channel before, and by the way, I have my hair up in like a bun. If you're wondering like what my hair is doing, there's like a messy bun up here. Can't fit all of me in. So, well, I could, but then be really far away and you wouldn't be able to see anything. So, I have the Future Skin Cushion Foundation in Aura, and I've done videos on this. I absolutely love this foundation. It's a really unique foundation, and I'll talk a little bit about it today. But one of my friends on social media, who I've yet to meet, hopefully we'll get to meet in person someday soon, Eileen Wallace, who also has a channel, and I'll put all her information below. She's fantastic. She had the cushion in Alabaster. So she was like, hey, if you're interested, you could send me one of your, because you get 2 cushions in each box. She's like, if you'd want, you could send me your Aura and I'll send you my Alabaster and we'll see how it works. Because it was a little difficult to tell for the shades. In Future Skin, the regular foundation, I have Aura and Alabaster. And they actually both work. The Aura is definitely light, it's lighter, pinker than the Alabaster, but actually I can wear both. So, but in the cushion, I feel like the Aura might be a little bit too light. You'll see as I do the whole presentation. But anyway, she was kind enough to send it to me, so it was incredibly sweet. So today, you will get to see that. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of my watery oil, because I always do. And for those of you who've asked me about this, you know, it's really it's a skincare product. I mean, that's how they market it. It's not marketed as a primer. But I feel like it just sort of plumps up my skin. It gives my skin a nice moisture, a nice texture. It makes everything smooth, and so, you know, it works really well for me as a primer. The other primers that I'm really loving are the Dior and the Augustinus Baader Victoria Beckham. The golden one, I think, is a nice, it's just different. I mean, it's got a shade to it that I don't usually use. All right, so I'm gonna use the Aura on one side and then the Alabaster on the other. I know that might look a little weird because the shades are gonna be different, but I want you guys to see the difference in shades, because that's like the whole point. So a couple things about this foundation, if you haven't seen my videos on it. It's a really interesting foundation. It's not like anything else I've ever used. It has this odd, I don't want to say odd because that sounds bad. It's got an unusual application. So you put it on and it feels like at first that you're not really getting product. Like you're like, huh, okay, you know, there's not much coverage. My brows are done, so I'm just trying to be a little careful around them. You feel like you're not getting a lot of pigment, a lot of coverage, and so you put, or at least I did, I'm not saying you did this, but I put too much on in the beginning. And you can go through the cushions very fast that way. And there's not a ton of product in here, although I do think a couple of people said like you can turn the cushion over when you feel like you're getting, you know, low on it, which to be honest with you, I hadn't thought of, so thank you. But also, you know, these are expensive and they're not refillable. You have to buy, there's two, like I said, 2 cushions that come in every package, but then when you're done with the 2 cushions, you have to buy a whole new compact. You know, I know many of us have reached out to Chantecaille to say, hey, you know, what might be a better idea is if you could refill, just, you know, buy the refills, you know, ad nauseum. Just keep buying the refills, and then you'd have the really cool packaging, which I love. This is the Sheldrake Trust for elephants that they contribute to. Comes in this cushion, and that's what it looks like. So that's the refillable part. And so you use up the 2, and then you gotta buy a new cushion, which, you know, I don't love, I'll be honest. All right, so then you open, comes in this tightly packed plastic, well, not plastic, it's, I don't know what it is, but knowing Chantecaille, it's probably recyclable. It has these have 8-month shelf lives, cruelty-free and vegan. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It says a fresh water-based skincare foundation formula that blurs imperfections and infuses the skin with powerful anti-aging skincare and anti-pollution benefits while leaving it looking flawless. I'll be honest, I can't testify to the skincare product aspect because I feel like you'd have to wear it every day, and I don't because I'm trying out so many different products. Maybe if you were, you know, this is the only one you wear, but so this is the refill part. And like I said, this is Alabaster. So you open it up. Again, mine won't be in a cushion, but it'll still be, you'll still have it sealed. And then you open it up, sealed. Dun, 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 dun. And there's Alabaster. So we will use the Alabaster sponge on this side. Sounded like a drum, okay. And we'll see which shade. Because I will buy this foundation again. I really like it, especially for the summer. But I have to say, I do wish that I could just buy the refills and not the case. Maybe Chantecaille will, will do that. Who knows, right? Chantecaille, if you're watching. I am putting it on my eyelid. I find this particular foundation is fine. Not all foundations are, like, especially if you're oily. I have very dry skin, for those of you who haven't watched my channel before, so I don't really have a problem with like oily eyelids and stuff, so I can put foundation on my eyelids. But, you know, you have to remember foundation is different than a primer, so if you expect it to work as such on your eyelid, it won't. But people who have very dry skin like myself, oftentimes I've seen them. I've seen other people like me put foundation on their eyelids just because they really don't need a primer. All right, so I'm gonna bring you in just a little bit closer so that we can get a better idea of the 2 sides. Okay, so that's pretty close. Now, so I am looking into a 5X mirror, which you guys can't see, but I have to say, I don't notice a huge difference between the 2 sides. I think this side is a little better. I think it warms up my skin a little bit, whereas this side is cooler and can kind of wash me out just a little bit. Like I said, I think it's very slight. What do you guys think? I don't think it's drastic. So yeah, so I think there's a slight difference, but not anything drastic. which is good. I mean, that means I could wear either one. I think I like the Alabaster though a little bit better. I think it's close. All right, well, we'll let that sit for a while because I will also say the foundation sort of like sinks into your skin, kind of morphs. You'll see. Okay, so next step, let's take the blurring powder. Now, this blurring powder is not part of the Philanthropic collection or the Philanthropy collection, but it is a powder that has just been re-released and is going to be part of the permanent collection. It's coming out in new packaging. Maybe you've seen the packaging. It's got like these little applique flowers all over it. And it comes in 2 shades. When it first came out, it just came in this shade. This shade is actually a little warm for me. I would love it if it came out in a cooler shade, like a lighter shade. But I will say that the blurring powder is very good. I really like it. There's a reason it became kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Cult. It became a cult classic, and Chantecaille brought it back because it was supposed to be a limited time just for the hummingbird collection, and it was so popular and basically sold out everywhere and everyone was talking about it that they decided to bring it back. And like I said, it's in limited edition packaging right now that has like all the little applique flowers. Really, really pretty. If you're interested in picking it up, I have links below. There's also a summer collection. I don't know if all of it will be announced by the time this goes up, probably not, but some of the stuff has already, you know, gone up. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm a huge Chantecaille fan, so I was thrilled to see that they were making that a permanent addition because it is a beautiful powder and I love the Chantecaille products. Okay, so next I'm going to use, again, I'll mention when the things aren't part of the sale that are part of the sale. This is the Year of the Dog Face Highlighter, and this was a limited edition and I don't believe exists on the site, at least right now. It does come back from time to time, so keep an eye out. It's a really, really pretty highlighter. It's a very white highlighter. I'm gonna use my Chikuhodo KZ04 brush. And we're gonna do a, you know, kind of a spring look today because, well, this is, you know, in honor of Earth Day and spring and the summer collections that have come out. So we wanna, you know, keep it light and fresh. Next is the Bliss Butterfly. The Bliss Butterfly is part of the Philanthropy collection. This is Bliss, otherwise known as the Butterfly. These are cheek shades, and there's a number of different shades. I have the Bee, the Butterfly, a couple others, I can't remember. Anyway, they're all gorgeous. This one would be, you know, a true, I would say like baby pink shade. Perfect for the spring. I'm gonna use the same brush because I'm just gonna keep this, like I said, very light, high on the cheeks today. And what I love about these blushes is the fact that they really are buildable. You can definitely go in and make these a lot stronger. I think it's the Zebra. I have to go look, but I think it's the Zebra that is like the most pigmented one. So if you like a very strong blush, I think it's the Zebra. If I'm incorrect, I will put it down below. But they have just, you know, they have great shades and they're all beautiful. I really do like their, the way they blend in. It's just, it looks great on any type of skin. So if you have texture, you don't have to worry. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So next is their bronzer. Again, this is not part of the Philanthropy collection. This is the Goa bronzer. There have been sales recently on Nordstrom, Bergdorf's, Saks. Everyone's having sales. Blue Mercury is having some sales, and this Goa bronzer is actually one of my favorite bronzers. It's a very cool bronzer. I would also say though that it's a little deep for me. Not super deep, but it's not like, I have to be careful with it. So, and the other shade is Serena, I think it is. And that's a really pretty shade as well. It is deeper and my understanding more golden. So if you're looking for a more golden shade, I would go with the Serena. But if you're like me and you like a cool bronzer, a lot of the time, I don't always do a cool bronzer, but a lot of the time I do, this is a good choice. But like I said, I would be careful with it if you're very pale. If you're paler than me, definitely be careful with it because it's strong. It's a very pigmented bronzer. Like I said, it's a beautiful shade, but you can already tell, like, I am, you know, I went in super light. I'll buff it out at the end. I went in super light and, you know, there's already quite a bit of pigment there. And again, I went light. This is the Chikuhodo PFO brush that I talked about in my last video. It's one of my newest brushes I'm very excited to have. All right, so now let's move to one of the items that is part of the sale. So like I said, the foundation is, the lip crystals are, the cheek shades are, and also so are the single eyeshadows, the luminescent eyeshadows. And so there's a whole bunch of these. This is a burnished brown shade. This is the giraffe. There is the zebra shade, which is a rose gold. Sorry if you can see the, there we go, zebra. You probably couldn't see the giraffe. Let me, and that's the giraffe. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 10 different shades. In the Philanthropy collection, there are 8. I think there's 8. Anyway, the point is, there's a bunch of really pretty shades. And I think today, I want to go, like I said, with a spring look, you know, like a light look, something really pretty. So I was thinking I might use this Pangolin, which is a dusty lilac, and it's a really pretty shade. This is, they're all beautiful, but it's actually one of my favorite shades, which is interesting because I'm not really like a purpley person, but this like lilacs do appeal to me. Not the flower, because the flowers make me violently ill and my eyes swell shut, but the shade, just wanted to put that in there. The shade is beautiful, because I feel like lilac has more of that like purpley gray, and I love that kind of shade. I love like a grayish purple. I'm not a huge fan of like a pink purple. So let's use that today, and let's use it all over the eye, because I just think that is just a beautiful look. And we're gonna use the Shade and Sweep Chantecaille brush. I know it looks dirty, it's not dirty, it's just, it's not dirty, it's just not clean. Which you'll only understand if you have brushes. You can't like deep clean them all the time. It's just not good for the brush. Okay, so, and these luminescent eye shades are very pigmented. I think they are more pigmented than the Chantecaille duos, or at least they're more sparkly maybe than the Chantecaille duos. They're just beautiful. They look good. Like I'm gonna do it today in just a one and done kind of look, and they also look beautiful paired with other shades like the crane and the zebra. Crane and zebra, I think that's the ones that came out for spring. They were just, I mean, they're beautiful. They're purpley shades as well. One's a rose gold and the other is more like purple, but I have to tell you, like, those are beautiful too. In fact, maybe I'll pull, let's see, I'll decide in a second, but I would just tell you, you can't go wrong with any of the shades. You just pick the, you know, the color story that you like. I mean, beautiful, right? Let's see. I think it's the crane. Yeah, the crane is a Bordeaux, a smoky burgundy. It's a really pretty shade. I'll put it next to the, see that? Next to the pangolin. So I'll take a little bit of that, not a lot. I'll just take like a tiny bit. What brush do I want to use? This is the other thing. I'm starting to get so many brushes that I'm just like, which brush today? You know what? I'll use a really fluffy brush. Well, not super fluffy, but Classic Crease by Sonia G. This is a bigger brush, and I'm just gonna go in. Very lightly with this, and just like add a little bit of depth. You don't need a lot. I mean, honestly, it's incredibly pigmented. Like I said, super pigmented. And don't worry, I'll clean up the area outside the eye later, in a minute. So that's the pangolin and the crane on the eye. And these are part of the 3 for 2 sale. All right, so I'm gonna take the Wayne Goss 03, and I'm just gonna go and buff out the top part of the eye here. Okay, so that's cleaned up. Just, you know, wanted to like clean up the area just a little bit. There's a little bit of fallout because these are like shimmery shades, but you know, I'm not particularly worried about that. That's fine. So there are 2 shades that I think would work well with this look. There's Amethyst. These are the Chantecaille liners. Actually, there's a bunch of shades that would probably work with this, but the 2 that I'm thinking of are, and Violet Damask. This is Amethyst. This is Violet Damask. I mean, they both work. I'm gonna use Amethyst just because I think it's a little bit lighter. They also don't come off easily, which is not a bad thing. It's just, you know, trying to get it off my hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna do lower and upper lash. If you've watched my channel before, you know that these liners are some of my favorite liners of all time. The Amethyst, the Olive Brocade, the Violet Damask. There's a gray one whose name escapes me right now. I mean, there's so many shades, and they go on so easily and so beautifully. I'm just a huge fan, so I have to say. Okay, so far what I have on my face is part of the sale. The foundation is part of the sale. The cheek shades are part of the sale. The luminescent eye shades are part of the sale. I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on the Chantecaille mascara, which is not part of the sale. And then we'll do lips. Okay, so mascara is on, liner is on. I absolutely, seriously, I love these luminescent eye shades. I just think they're beautiful. I used 2 shades today because, you know, I had to. But you can easily do 1 shade, 1 and done. They're just gorgeous, and the liners are amazing. And the Chantecaille mascara, if you've watched my channel, I've been using the Chantecaille mascara for years. This one is the longest lash one, which is newer, and it's an expensive mascara. I won't tell you otherwise. I think it's like $80. But it has like peptides in it that actually help condition your lashes. They help them grow stronger and longer. Basically, it's like a conditioner for your eyelashes, like you would do for your hair. And it has like, I think it's like growth peptides. I don't remember all the details, but at first, I'll be honest, when someone told me that for $80 for mascara, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work. And then I was like, but you know what? I love Chantecaille. I'm gonna try it. It absolutely does work. The thing is, though, you do have to use it for like 2 weeks at a time. So it's not like if you just use it once, I mean, it'll look beautiful, it looks gorgeous, but it's not gonna really do anything for you unless you use it. So what I do is I use it for like 2 weeks, and then I go back and, you know, use my other mascaras. Like I love the Bite Beauty mascara, the Upswing mascara. It's a great mascara. I love the Marc Jacobs mascara. I love the Dior Overcurl mascara. But they have a tendency to dry out my eyelashes over time, and my eyelashes do kind of break and get irritated. So the Chantecaille clears that up. Like after 2 weeks, my lashes look better, longer, not breaking. You get the idea. So let me show you a little bit closer up so you can just see the look with the mascara. The mascara is not on sale right now with this particular promotion, but Chantecaille usually does have a spring sale. So that will probably be coming. And as you've probably noticed, there's been other sites with sales, Nordstrom and Bergdorf. So there's a whole bunch of sales going on, and I think there'll be more. I think the sales are going to continue. So anyway, so I'm going to use liner. This is the natural liner. Tone is probably my favorite, but this one is a very pretty, it's kind of like a warm nude shade, beautiful shade. And so then let's use a little bit of powder and then lips. Honestly, I don't usually use this much powder, but since it is the blurring powder, I want to show you. Like I said, it's going to be in the new packaging with the flowers on it, but it is an excellent powder. Never looks cakey, blends things out beautifully. Look at that. Doesn't dry out my skin. Gorgeous. And now it comes in 2 shades. So there's a deeper shade for those of you who want a deeper shade. And now the lip veils. This is in Plumeria. Plumeria is pink. That's why I wore actually like the natural liner, because it's a little warmer. I don't usually love like pink, but with this eye look, I thought I wanted to do something a little bit cooler, so. And there is the Plumeria. I love the shade actually, even though it is pink. I just think it's really pretty. I love all the lip veils, the lip cheeks, the lip veils, lip crystals. I love the lip products, to be honest with you. They have a great feel to them. They're very comfortable on the lips. They're pigmented, but not too much. They feel actually, the Gucci lipsticks, the new Gucci lipsticks that have come out in the thin packaging, have a similar feel, in my opinion. So anyway, but yeah, I really, really like these. So that is the overall finished look. I think it's a springy look. Feels springy to me. But again, I love Chantecaille, and I wanted to talk to you guys about their celebration of Earth Day. So again, it's the 21st, which should be tomorrow if I time this right. 9 a.m. Eastern to the 23rd, 9 a.m. Eastern. You buy 3 for the price of 2 on all the Philanthropy products using code EARTHDAY. And I'll make sure that's in the details below, but I just wanted to make sure it was clear. This is a really pretty look. I'm not, you know, it's so funny. Like at the beginning when I started all this, I was like, oh, pink, I don't like pink. But I have caveats. Like I like a purpley pink. I like a lilac-y pink. I just don't like pink, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I've changed my mind. I don't know, but I do like this look. I think it looks really pretty. Maybe it's just the Chantecaille products are so awesome that, you know, I love the shades regardless. So anyway, so that's all the details for today, guys. And, you know, let me know what you think about the 2 sides of my face, because I have on 2 different foundations. I literally have Alabaster here and Aura here. Can you tell a difference? Could you tell a difference in the beginning before I put the bronzer on? I mean, now with the bronzer and the blush and everything else, I'm not sure I see a difference, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, you'll have to tell me. It's in the light, sometimes it's hard for me to tell. When I'm filming, I need a lot of light to get, you know, the right image to you guys. So maybe when I go outside later today, like I'll be able to see better, but at the moment it looks very similar. This looks like a little bit cooler, I think, but it doesn't look drastically different. So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. Eileen, again, thank you so much for sending me the Alabaster. I can't wait to see what you think about the Aura. And yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.